There is a memory from my childhood that has stayed with me for many years. At the time, it felt like a small moment. Now I understand how important it really was. I was about 8 years old. It was late autumn, cold and gray, and school had just ended. Most kids were leaving with their parents, but I usually walked home alone. It wasn't far. As I passed an old playground, I noticed a boy sitting by himself on a broken swing. He looked about my age. His jacket was too thin for the weather and his shoes were dirty. He wasn't crying, just staring at the ground, waiting. I almost kept walking, but something made me stop. In my pocket, I had a chocolate bar. My mom had given it to me as a reward for doing well on a test. I had been saving it all day. I walked closer and said, "Hi." The boy looked up, surprised. "Hi," he replied. For a moment, we didn't speak. Then I asked why he was alone. "My mom is late," he said. "She works a lot." I didn't know what to say, so I took the chocolate out of my pocket and offered it to him. "For you." He looked at it carefully. "Are you sure?" he asked. I nodded. He unwrapped it slowly, then broke it in half and handed a piece back to me. "Let's share," he said. We sat on the cold swing, quietly eating chocolate. It wasn't about the chocolate anymore. It felt like we weren't alone. After a few minutes, a tired-looking woman came running toward the playground. When she saw the boy, relief filled her face. "There you are," she said. The boy stood up and turned to me. "Thank you," he said, "for staying." Then he ran to his mom. She smiled at me before they walked away. I continued my way home. My hands were cold and my pocket was empty, but I felt warm inside. That evening, I told my mom what had happened. I thought she might be upset. Instead, she said, "You didn't lose anything. You learned something." Years later, I finally understand. Sometimes a small act of kindness matters more than we realize. Sometimes staying for a few minutes can change someone's day. And sometimes giving something away makes you richer, not poorer. I never saw that boy again. But I hope that, when life feels heavy, he remembers that afternoon and chooses to stay for someone else.